Well, hello again, friends. It's been, it should have been a week, but who knows whether I really uploaded this after a week. It's Saturday right now, Saturday evening to be precise, and I had intended to film this on Monday or maybe Tuesday latest. But I just couldn't bring myself to it. One is the big reason that I just feel so awkward talking to, a camera and by extension, people. I always felt awkward like that. Could never do well in presentations. Always super nervous. But the other big reason is that I want to bring value, I want to bring value to you, to help you, to entertain you, to solve problems. But I don't know how. I don't know what I can do to provide value. And I've been thinking about that, and I've got some ideas, but we'll see about that. So instead of that, before trying anything crazy, since you see this, I would like to ask you to just leave a comment. What can I do to provide value? What would you like to see? How can I provide solutions or do something to help you? Because I want to, but I just don't know how. I don't know what you want. So I ask you what you want, and then you tell me, and I can give it to you. That's the best idea I have at the moment. But aside from that, let's talk about my week. It went all in all pretty good. Although I didn't lose weight, I stabilized at my current one. Just below 167. No, just below 166, right? It was 165.7 in kilos. And in the past, would have been really disappointed. I mean, what's the difference between staying the same and gaining weight? I didn't make progress, so I obviously went backwards, right? But not anymore. It's, I didn't lose progress, which is almost as good as making progress, And I don't want to be so negative, so I just have to decide to look at things differently. And not gaining weight is almost as good as losing weight. So, that happened. Stabilized weight. Of course, I would have liked to lose weight, but let's not be overly strict. After all, that wouldn't help me. Yeah, but in the end I did something stupid. You see, my mother came by, and a few days earlier she said, "Oh, I would like cheesecake." Still had a boxed mix lying around. I just add in the fresh ingredients, put it together, easy, quick. She knew that. I still had one lying around, and that, it went bad about 6 months ago. But, come on. It didn't go bad. Just like how salt can't go bad. Not the same, I know, but it didn't go bad. So I made that. And looking back, that was really pretty stupid. Because I know I'm a sugar addict. I know it. And I can say it. For years I couldn't have said it, but now I can say it. I'm a sugar addict. And before eating and making that cake, I had it pretty well under control. The problem is, now I've added sugar back in. That means I, the addict, came close to my substance again. And boy, that wasn't fun at all. It was last weekend when I made it, and I think only today, did I finally escape these intense cravings, where I always think about sweets, What can I do? Do I have something? And then I go rummage around all the dressers and cupboards because maybe something is somewhere. And I don't want to do it. And I want to not find anything. But, it's this desire. I don't even usually enjoy it when I eat it because it's just bleh, It's not even tasty. It's just this addiction. But I think today I finally got out of this cycle of wanting more and more. And I really have to try not to fall into it again. And, the only thing I could do was wait it out. It was really not easy, especially Tuesday. I almost gave in. I was this close, but I didn't, and I'm glad about it. Because I don't want it, The best advice I really can give anyone trying to lose weight is be critically honest while looking at everything you eat and try to cut out the sugar. I know it's hard. It's just so hard. All these cravings. It's hard, I know. It's not my first time almost giving in. It's not my first time relapsing either. But try to cut it out. All those calories, and they're not making you happy. It will never make you happy. And it will never fill the hole I felt all those years. It will not, it cannot. It will only make you sick. And yes, I know how hard it is. I'm not just talking. And aside from that, I thought again about my motivation, Not just, I want to lose weight. That's great, but that isn't really motivating. So what I did was, what do I want? And why do I want it, I want to lose weight, great, but why? To be healthy, great, but also not enough. I needed a scene in my head. What do I want my future to look like in 10 years, 5 years, 1 year? Doesn't really matter. But I think 5 years is the time frame I chose. I didn't really put a time frame on it. So I closed my eyes, right? And I thought, what do I want? Where do I want to be? What do I want to do? How do I want to look? Who do I want with me? The entire scene. Really flesh it out. And I think that's really a critical point. Not just to be healthy, but what do you want? How do we want people to react to you? How do you want your entire life to look? If you know what you want, and not just something etheric, something very precise, you can take precise steps towards it. So don't just want to lose weight. What you want is not to lose weight. You want to be that guy that walks on the beach and all the ladies turn around. And you can think, yes, all of you look at me. I did that with my own work. That is what you want. You don't want to be rich. You want to see that, you want to be in that very specific future you see, where you have, I don't know, that house in the Toscana looking out at the hills on sunset, while all you have to do is, I don't know, pet your goats because now you own a goat cheese makery. Because that's all you have to do, because you were successful enough with that business you put years of your life into. Think of the very specific scene you want to see in your life, and then think about how you get it. And it's quite ridiculous that no dietitian, physician, weight loss-ician ever talks about something that's simple. Losing weight is great, being healthy is great, but if you have nothing you want to be that for, well, it didn't work for me to be told you have to lose weight. And I went to specialized doctor for pretty much my entire childhood. I still remember that. It would be, I think, at 7 a.m. Of course, I would have to go to school afterwards, and that was also boring. And it would take ages. It would take blood tests, wait, and I would have to wait about an hour for that guy to call me in, and he would tell me, oh, your weight is really high, oh yeah, your blood pressure, oh, also bad, oh, your blood values are fine, you have to lose weight. So why don't you just lose weight? He would never say anything that's really helpful, you know? And the funniest part of that, he was overweight himself. So even if he was a great expert, he didn't have any, credibility. If his advice worked, why was he himself overweight? Yeah. You have to find out what you want. Then you can think about how to get it. It can be an ever so tiny step, but every step you take will help you. My advice for the first step would be real with yourself and try to get out the sugar from your life. But in the end, it's your choice. So please write in the comments how I can provide more value to you, what you would like to see, and I will do it. Until next week.